1.
And Betty, I'm not going to bore you with the whole rah, 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 we're so great speech, but there are a few things about our service that I'd like to point out because I think they really separate us from the rest.
Okay.
First being our parts and supplies, because Toshiba is a direct manufacturer, you can be sure that we'll only use original Toshiba parts and supplies.
Okay.
What kind of car do you drive?
I have a Camaro.
Okay. Well, you'd be disappointed if they took if you took your Chevy Camaro to the dealership and they put Honda parts in it, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, it's the same thing for us. We'll only put original Toshiba parts in your system, and that's going to increase the durability and reliability of your system.
Okay.
That takes me to our performance guarantee. If at any time your system fails to perform to manufacturer specifications, or as it did on day one, then we're going to replace it with one that's like a comparable.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. We also have our 4-hour response guarantee.
Okay.
If you guys ever have any challenges and you can't print for any reason, we'll have one of our service technicians come out on site within an average of 4 hours.
Well, that's good.
If they, in addition to that, they'll actually give you a call within 1 hour to make sure that there's nothing they can, they can't just walk you through on the phone, but at the very least they'll give you an ETA when you can expect them.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Now, you mentioned having some IT problems in the past, and you had to call in and actually outsource some IT help desk.
We have, yeah.
Well, I think you're going to love this. We actually have an award-winning IT help desk support system. And what they're tasked with doing is remotely coming in and remotely resolving any kind of challenges that you guys have with printing, scanning, whatever,
Is that who we called during the demo to fix our network?
Exactly who
Okay.
we called. Exactly who we called. And we
Okay.
saw they handled that immediately.
Yeah,
right?
that was lightning fast, yeah.
Yeah. So we guarantee, most times it's immediate, and we guarantee at least, no more than an hour.
Well, that's really good.
That's pretty, that's pretty dependable, isn't it?
It is,
Okay.
absolutely.
You also have our 5 dedicated TVS professionals. You can consider me the quarterback of the account. But you also have our field service engineer. We touched on that a bit. You have our IT specialist, which is that award-winning help desk that I spoke with you about.
Already impressed with that.
Yeah. You have our supply representative, and that's the person that you call whenever you guys run low on toner.
So no more Kinkos, right?
Exactly. You have our external customer support representative. His name is Tony, and that's the one who's going to set up all your corporate training.
Okay.
Now, when he sets up that training, are you going to have him call you or Kevin up front?
Kevin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll make sure that we note that. And you also have our internal customer service representative, and she's the one who handles any kind of billing questions that you have.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
Now, when I say that you have me, what you can count on from me is that I won't sell you something and leave.
Okay, that's good.
So my job is to come by every 90 days and do what's called a performance review.
Okay.
And the performance review is how I hold my team accountable. We ask questions about service, supply, everything, whatever you can think of. We ask questions about that, and that's when you get an opportunity to tell me what we can be doing to make things better for you guys.
Right, and if you guys are doing everything great?
Nothing, all tens.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
exactly. So we also come with an action plan to address anything that we need to address.
I really like that.
Now
good.
that's the kind of service you would expect to get from a direct manufacturer, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and which one of these things do you think is going to be the biggest impact for you?
That IT, our network's a little antiquated. That was really impressive to me.
Sure. All right. Well, why do you say that?
Well, I worry about our network and how it's going to keep up and all of that.
Sure. So having someone that you can call on and
right away,
will be huge for you guys. Okay. Well, I really want to say thank you for allowing me to work with Kevin. He was great. He helped me to get all the information that I needed so that I can find your expenses down to the dollar.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Kevin's a good dude. He
was quite the he was awesome working with him so far. But let me go over your current situation, your current scenario, and then we'll talk about ours. Okay.
Okay. And these numbers are from Kevin.
These numbers is straight from Kevin. The ones that I got. So right now you're spending you have your desktop printer and you're spending about $48.27 on toner replacement each month.
Wow, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that even though you made that first initial payment, you still end up having to pay over time for toner replacement. Right. Yeah, so that's,
I guess it's
common.
Yeah.
You also pay about $60 for third-party IT support. You've been having so many problems that at this point you're spending about on average $60 to call your IT each month.
Monthly, yeah, I can believe that. He seems like he's always here.
Yeah. You also have Kinko's, who you outsource your color to right now. Right.
We do for all of the photos we need to do. We have a lot of battered domestic violence, as you know.
Right.
Pictures we have to print out for court.
Sure. And you spend about $50 on that.
Yeah, maybe more if we have a big court case.
So as things stand, you'll continue to pay $158 for a system that's not gonna allow you guys to print that color in house, and it's it's a possibility of leaking, secure documents when you're at Kinko's.
Right.
So right now you're paying about $158, and it can't do everything that you guys needed to do.
No, it doesn't.
And I'm sure that things will get worse before they get any better, correct?
Well, I'm not going to say they're going to get worse, Jeremy, but I can definitely see them maintaining on this line. That's
Sure.
for sure. And
Yeah.
Kevin and I have discussed the security concerns about getting those pictures printed at Kinko's. What if we leave one behind? That sort of thing.
And there's really no price that you can put on, the peace of mind of knowing that everything that you're doing is secure, correct?
No, not at all.
Right. So that I can't really put that in a number, but just remember that as well.
Okay.
So for the new Toshiba system, you're going to have enhanced color system. So we're going to bring that color in house.
That's great.
You're going to get USB print scan capability.
Yep.
Scan the file in email.
Yeah,
so
Kevin's been raving about
Yeah.
that.
You'll also have the ability to do advanced solutions, so we'll be able to store and retrieve your documents at the touch of a button.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And you have our service, toner, IT support, and all of those things included.
Okay.
And you also have the peace of mind of knowing that you'll be able to secure your documents, and you'll save the time of driving back and forth to Kinko's, especially for those big court cases where you have to do that a ton. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Kevin sometimes will be gone for like an hour.
Right. Yeah.
And since it's just three of us, we get crazy busy.
It's gotta be tough.
Like you've been seeing, it's been hard for you to get a hold of me. We got a really big case going on right now.
Tough. Yeah, absolutely. So for $100, you get all of that.
Wow.
Now,
okay.
normally I can't do this, but because this is one of our closeout months, we actually are including a rebate check for $500. It's called our Speed Up and Save promotion.
Really?
Absolutely. And that's something that's tied to this month so that we can close out our month, strong.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. That what would you do with that $500 check?
You know what? After this court case, I like to bring my staff to with Chris, so that'll probably take care of that.
Nice. So let's check out how those numbers break down.
Okay.
So let's a few clerical things first. This is the right legal business name, right?
Yep.
This is the correct tax ID for you guys?
Yep.
Okay. And we have the correct billing address?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we have you fitted with the Toshiba E347 CSL with drawer, fax, stand, and surge.
Okay.
Okay. And at the investment that we just spoke about.
Okay.
And at the length of warranty that we spoke about as well. I went ahead and, let me have you go ahead and strike through that security deposit.
Okay.
And because I went ahead and waived that because I knew we were going to take care of some stuff today.
Okay.
And if I could have your initial right here, and try to keep it out of the blue. Also, we included 2,500 black and white images per month.
Okay.
And 200 color images per month.
Okay.
And if I could have you authorize here and here, and I'll go ahead and take care of the details.
Jeremy, I like you a lot, but I do have a few concerns.
Okay.
And one of which is, that system, as you know, it's just three of us. It's big.
Yeah.
It's really much bigger than our desktop right
Okay.
now. I mean, it stands alone, all that stuff.
Right.
And I'm worried that it's too big for just the three of us. And also, being that it's so big, I'm worried that our network's not going to be able to support it long term.
Okay. So you just have a question about whether this system is actually the right fit for your business.
Yeah.
First of all, and then you have a secondary question about whether we can handle whether your network can handle the system itself.
Yeah.
Okay. And other than your two quick questions, is there any reason why we wouldn't move forward with the paperwork today?
Not that I can think of right now, Jeremy.
Excellent. Let me address the network issue first.
Okay.
When we did our demonstration, you saw that we called into the help desk and they remotely resolved any of those challenges that we had, right?
They did, yeah.
Immediately, right?
Yep.
Now, as you saw on the TQC, that's something that we include in our service guarantee. So
Yeah.
you'll continue to have that support throughout the duration of your agreement.
Okay.
Okay, and that takes care of that, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Okay. Now let's address the this being a right size solution for your office. You're familiar with Grow Law Firm right down the street?
Yeah.
Okay. They had a very similar operation to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
They were having a lot of the same challenges with the color, the reliability, the scanning and documents and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they felt exactly the way you feel when I presented them with a solution, that it was a little bit large for them.
Right.
But what they found was having the ability to scan the documents in at the touch of a button and retrieve them at the touch of a button, and having that reliability and being able to bring those colored documents in-house,
Yeah.
and having that peace of mind of security not being an issue for them,
Mm-hmm.
really was something that's going to be great for them. You
Right.
know, and they really have enjoyed the system.
Okay.
Can't you see how this would have the same benefit for you?
Yeah, I guess so. And bro, I went to law school with Patrick.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And he's been thoroughly enjoying the system.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. That's
Well,
good to hear.
that takes care of that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if it's okay for Patrick's firm, I'm sure it'll be fine for ours.
Excellent.
Another thing I was just thinking about when we were talking about that is, I did mention that we're in the middle of this big case, like big.
Mm-hmm.
And I really feel like this is probably the right thing for us, but I'd like
Yeah.
to just wait until the case is over.
Sure.
So maybe could we table this for, let's call it 2 months?
Yeah,
Just so
yeah.
I can get through this?
Sure. So you just have a question about whether this is going to be the right time for this solution. You know that this is the right solution. You're just not sure about the timing.
Yeah, because I don't want to take Kevin and have him try to figure out this whole thing when I need him really to be focused on this case, and Cindy too.
Sure. And other than that, your quick question about the time, we can move forward today.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys right now, I know that you guys are in a pretty big case right now.
Right.
And I know that you've mentioned that staying within the budget is very important for you. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think I mentioned, and also having that cash rebate would be a huge win for you guys as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would pay for Ruth Chris, which would be nice.
Now, if this is something that you guys know that you guys are going to move forward with, it's something that you know is the right solution for you guys.
Right.
Wouldn't it be a beneficial thing to move forward now and get all the incentives and the aggressive investment schedule that I'll put together for you, as opposed to waiting a month or two and having it be outside of your budget?
Well, when you put it that way, I mean, is the pricing going to change, you think?
Absolutely. I can guarantee that this one, it'll stay. If we can move forward this month, then it will be without everything I put together for you.
Okay.
After this month, after I close out, it's actually going to increase by a significant amount.
Okay.
I believe it was about $115 when I looked
Wow.
at it. So you're getting a very aggressive price.
Okay.
So that would be something that would be beneficial to you guys, having it within the budget, correct?
Yeah, well, I definitely want it to be in our budget, and I guess, we could probably make that change now.
Okay, all right.
If it's going to
Excellent.
save us that much money.
Great. All right. Well, let me have you authorize here and here, and I'll take care of everything else.
One more thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I hate to
No,
be
you're
that
fine.
guy or whatever,
Yeah. I want you to feel comfortable with
but 60 months.
this. Sure.
That's a long time.
Okay.
We've talked to other vendors, and they've been all at 36 months.
Yeah.
I've
okay.
been 60 months. I've been married for shorter periods of time.
Okay.
I don't know if I feel comfortable with this long of an agreement.
Well, let me ask you, what is it about the 60 months that really scares you?
Well, I mean, it's the system. In 5 years, are we going to downsize? I doubt that's going to happen.
Okay.
Are we going to get bigger? Is this thing going to be a hunk of junk in 5 years?
Sure.
There's so many variables.
Right. So you love the Toshiba. You just had a quick question about whether this was going to be the right fit for you down the line. You're a little bit hesitant about locking into the 60 months.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Wouldn't you be?
Yeah. And other than your question about that, we can definitely move forward with the paperwork.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if you can make the 60 months make sense to me, I guess.
Well, what you'll be happy to find out is that we have what's called a 36-month upgradable or
Okay.
a renewable.
Renewable.
And what that means for you is that at the 36-month mark, it gives me the ability to come in and assess your situation, assess your business,
Okay.
and if there's anything that have changed, we can mark for that, or we can adjust for that.
Okay.
At that 36-month mark.
Okay. So why don't we do a 36-month agreement?
Well, this also allows me to have the most aggressive investment schedule. You could think of it like if I were to bunch all of these payments up in a 36-month mark or a 36-month period, your payments would certainly increase.
Yeah, like the cars. Yeah, I get it.
And I gathered from you that staying within a certain budget was very important for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead. So with it being a 60-month, I'm able to be as aggressive as possible.
Okay.
And I'm sure that would be beneficial for you guys as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me go ahead and have you authorize here and here. And I'll go ahead and take care of the details.
Thanks for taking the time to explain that to me, Jeremy.
Absolutely, Ms.